Hello, lovely listeners. I'm Emma, and welcome back to our little pocket of calm, a podcast where we take a step back from the rush of life and just breathe. Today, I want to talk to you about something truly powerful. It may sound simple, even silly to some, but I promise it's something we all need more of. I'm talking about doing nothing. Yes, really. Just being still, sitting quietly, letting your mind wander. No phone, no scrolling, no multitasking. Just you and the moment. Sounds easy, but for many of us, doing nothing is one of the hardest things in the world. Let's dive into why that is, and why it's also one of the most important things you can do for your brain, your body, and your soul. We've been trained to stay busy, let's face it. Most of us live in a world that glorifies being busy. We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor. We say things like, I've got so much going on, or I barely have time to breathe, and we expect admiration. But deep down, are we really okay? Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat down and did absolutely nothing? Not watched a movie, not checked your phone, not planned your next task. Just sat with yourself? If you're struggling to remember, you're not alone. We've been taught that to be valuable, we must always be doing, producing, improving, hustling. And yes, achieving goals is important. I'm not denying that. But there's a quiet, powerful truth that often gets lost in the noise. You don't always need to be doing something to be worthy. Doing nothing isn't a waste of time. It's a form of rest. Pause that allows your inner world to catch up with the outer one. And in that pause, something magical happens. Your brain actually needs these moments. Let's talk science for a moment, but I promise to keep it simple. When you're not focused on a task, your brain enters what scientists call the default mode network. It's a kind of background mode that kicks in when you're resting. And this mode, it's where your brain starts sorting through memories, making sense of your experiences, and get this, generating creative ideas. Ever notice how some of your best thoughts come when you're in the shower? Or taking a walk? Or just staring at the ceiling? That's your brain in default mode working for you, not against you. Doing nothing gives your mind the space it needs to process, heal, and imagine. In fact, studies show that people who take regular moments of stillness and silence have better memory, increased focus, and improved problem-solving skills. So no, it's not laziness. It's neural maintenance. Stillness isn't the same as mindfulness. You might be thinking, wait, isn't this just mindfulness? It's a fair question. But here's the thing, doing nothing and practicing mindfulness are not quite the same. Mindfulness is about being present, on purpose. It's often structured. You sit, breathe, and notice. Doing nothing is looser, freer. You don't have to focus on your breath. You don't have to try to stay in the moment. You can daydream, stare into space. Let your thoughts wander like clouds. Let's say you're sitting on your couch, sipping tea and watching the dust in the sunlight. You're not meditating. You're not being productive. And yet, you're healing. This kind of stillness is unstructured and unjudged. And in a world full of shoulds, that's deeply refreshing. That voice telling you you're wasting time? It's not telling the truth now, let's be honest. Even when we want to be still, there's often an inner voice that resists. You're wasting time. You should be working. Everyone else is getting ahead while you're just sitting here. Sound familiar? That's your inner critic, and it's been shaped by a culture that links your value to your output. But guess what? Rest is not a reward. It's a right. You don't need to be exhausted to deserve stillness. Your worth isn't based on your productivity. Never was. The next time that voice starts up, try saying, right now, doing nothing is something. It's my reset. It's my pause. You might be surprised how quickly the guilt melts away when you let yourself believe it. How to actually begin doing nothing, so let's get practical. If doing nothing sounds good to you, but also intimidating, here's how to ease into it. Start with 5 minutes. That's it. Just 5. No phone, no goals. Sit somewhere comfortable and let time pass. Pick a spot that calms you. A window seat, a bench under a tree, a warm bed. Wherever you feel safe and undisturbed. Let your mind wander. Don't force yourself to focus. Let your thoughts drift. Let your body slow down. Notice your breath if you want, or not. Point is to be, not to do. Let the guilt be part of the process. It's okay if it shows up. Just smile at it, thank it for its concern, and keep resting anyway. Stillness is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier with time. This is where creativity comes from. Let me tell you something amazing. Many of the greatest creative minds didn't get their ideas in front of a screen. They found them in silence. Beethoven took long walks alone. Einstein liked to sit and stare. Virginia Woolf wrote about the power of a room of one's own, not just to work, but to think. When you allow yourself stillness, you open the door to insight, to clarity, to aha moments. Your brain connects dots in the background, dots you didn't even know were there. Doing nothing is fertile ground. It's where seeds turn into stories, plans, solutions, dreams. Letting our children be bored again. Before we wrap up, I want to talk about our kids for a second. So many of them are constantly stimulated: screens, games, schedules, noise. But guess what? Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is the doorway to imagination. When a child says, "I'm bored," it's not a crisis. It's an opportunity. That's when they start inventing games, telling stories, building forts out of pillows. Let's protect their stillness. Let's not rush to fill every moment with distraction. Let's let their minds breathe too. So let's end with a challenge after this episode ends. Don't reach for your phone. Don't jump into your next task. Instead, give yourself the gift of 5 minutes of nothing. Sit, stare, think, or don't think. Just be. It might feel strange at first, but notice what happens. You might feel calmer, softer, lighter. And if you keep coming back to this space day after day, it might just become your favorite part of the day. I'm Emma. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me today. I'll be here again next week, reminding you to breathe, to pause, and to remember that doing nothing is often exactly what we need. Until then, take care of yourself.